Hello, I'm Padre Phil, and like the rest of you, I'm enduring this time of enforced isolation, trapped in the house with my family. Some of you I know will be very much on your own at this time, and I'm thinking about all of you and how difficult that must be, though I must admit that I do envy that time you have to yourselves on occasions. I think this moment in history is difficult for everyone for many reasons, and I want you to know that Veterans Chaplaincy Scotland is here to help in any way we can. There is the potential among those of us who have served to feel an extra weariness on occasions like this. I think the burdens we have all carried in service life have worn us down to an extent, made us more vulnerable to the feelings generated by what's happening around us today. In thinking about what I might say to you in this first God slot from Veterans Chaplaincy, I fixed my thoughts on the story of Elijah. My colleagues will laugh. They will think I'm fixated on Elijah, but his story provides a great introduction to chaplaincy. You can read his story for yourself in 1 Kings chapter 18 and 19 in the Bible. You see, Elijah gave his all in service. He secured a mighty victory on Mount Carmel against the Lord's enemies. He even made the record books with the first ever artillery strike in history, calling down a fire mission from heaven upon an altar, which in typical gunner overkill not only destroyed the contents of the altar, but also the altar itself and the moat that was dug around it. In the days that followed his great victory, Elijah found himself alone, isolated. There was no one around to support him. No one seemed to be on his side. Then, when he felt threatened by King Ahab, Elijah, the great hero of Mount Carmel, took to his heels and ran away. Finding himself in the wilderness, he lay down under a tree and told God that he wanted to die right there and then. There was no purpose to his life any longer. Many of us know what it is like to be alone. Those of us who've given our all in service for our country, those of us who've stood against the enemies of the past, we're often tired and weary and lonely. But Elijah found that he wasn't alone. As he lay under that tree wishing his life away, God came and ministered to him. Elijah was rebuilt, reborn, and was given the strength to face down his new enemies and his new struggles. Elijah needed to be cared for. I'm hoping that Veterans Chaplaincy meets that need among veterans. I'm hoping that the kind of support you received as you served will be continued now that you're no longer serving. I'm hoping that we can support you when times are lonely and difficult as they are right now. You will have to be patient with us. As an organisation, we weren't intending to go live until the autumn, but I feel that there is something to be done now. There's something I think we can provide now for you. And if you want to make contact with us at Veterans Chaplaincy, the links to do so will appear in a few moments. God bless you. Remember, you're not alone. Ta-ta for now.